brother, he got a childhood friend named Swan. Dude, he try to act gangster. He be doing too much. But he's really an informant for the police. See, he make it seem like he's a gangster who's ready to die for anything, for any cause. Don't step to him or so he'll gun you down. But in all actuality, that's all just a front. He show up at my family gatherings like that's what's up. My brother put him on, to be honest. After my brother literally accepted his so-called loyalty, my brother positioned him, set him up for most of his life, and the rest was history. I mean, in and out of town, from selling drugs to dropping babies. They were like Batman and Robin. When he rapped, Swan was the hype man. But see, there come a times in a man's life when he realizes that there's more to life than the hustle. So he was on some Miss Me with that struggle. He's about to get his grown man on. You know, at that point, Swan, well, he was living off of my brother for the longest. Plus, as an informant, he didn't have enough to have putting my brother away for life. So he had his people try to run down on my brother several times. On top of that, he had my brother locked up crazy times. But my brother never knew that he was the one behind all of that. My brother would never think his ace-boom coon would have ever been the one that got him locked up, nor ran down on him. He trusted Swan more than his real brothers. That's the issue. What happens is in situations, people tend to put friends before family. They embrace what works for them, or who they feel they would choose to make their family. And they rock with it while it's working for them. Whether it be they 9-to-5 co-workers, the neighbors in their community, people who say hi and bye to them. And see, that's a problem, because once you forget where you came from, there's no way in the world you really gonna know which way you're going. But in this case, my brother felt he knew exactly where he was going, because Twan did. And what Twan kept on doing was playing the role, you my brother, I love you, I got your back. But did he really have my brother back? My brother backed up against the wall. The fact of the matter is, people join gangs. They become officers. Enjoy fraternities. Anything they can to fill the void of loneliness. I mean, in this day and age, society try to tell you, are you a team player? We can't rock with you if you're not a team player. But what does it take to get and stay on that team? And being on that team, is it really worth it? I mean, come on. To risk the only life you have for a 21 gun salute? I beg to differ. My brother was going to lead a game, and this time for good, till his best friend, Swan, decided that there were a cookout for him. A cookout to celebrate all the years my brother held him down, and the fact that my brother was leaving the game. I know my brother didn't want to stay. He felt the tension from his so-called team, but since his ace was there, he had no worries until a hellstorm of bullets sprang out. He ran over to cover a crying baby. He got hit twice in the back. As he turned around to see who shot him, staring in the eyes of his killer, it was Twan's cousin. As his body collapsed in slow motion and shut down, he stared into the sky as Twan stood over him. His cousin gave him the gun, and Twan sparked the final shot. Yeah, Twan came to my brother's funeral, like in that movie, Juice, acting out in the funeral home, putting on a scene. Everyone bypassed his real siblings and controlled Twan. He went back out of town with one of my brother's peeps, who wanted revenge for what happened to my brother, and Twan set him up too. Man, when I woke up that morning, I looked at social media. I saw everybody crying, wondering what the hell happened to my G. Twan, he was feeling himself. So he sent for my other brother and nephews to try to set them up too out of town. If he couldn't come up with them, he made sure, like my brother, he got shut down. Instead, I came with my entourage, 5 black Suburbans representing each borough, filled with fully loaded goons. Oh my gosh, it was a sight to see. I tell you, we searched throughout that town for Twan. Man, we felt like we is in the army, I tell you. felt like a good day of unity. See, like most blacks in America, I'm an heir, a royal of the then Cairo Empire. Because my bloodline's been diluted, my family is mixed, and my bloodline's been spread around. My mom's a Southern Belle, Pop's West Indian, grandma's from the East Side, grandpops from up north. So in the town where I'm from, it's very diverse. So we got cops, army vets, politicians, sorrows, frats, Eastern Stars, Masons, Bloods, Cribs, Niata, Latin Kings, Muslims, you name it, Vice Lords. But see, at the end of the day, these are family members, recovering addict, lifers. I'm like, whether you like them or not, they're your family. And I'll be damned if somebody take mines right in front of me. Sitting in the all-you-can-eat spot, my man hollered at me, said, check this out. It was a picture of me on the news, out of town. That picture they got from a social site, I tell you. Some online stuff. That was like an old picture of me. So we wrapped up and bounced. I knew it was torn. I know firsthand what guns can do, so I don't fuck with guns. That is, till I got a drop that my man got bagged, and his stash was in the trash, where it always is. Also, you should never told me that. Then again, since my hand ain't on no tools, I could get them. But at the end of the day, I believe in karma. But I was also informed that this limbo lane went broke after my brother was murked. He couldn't come up and wasn't welcome out of town for the shicey stuff he did to my brother. So you know what that means. I found out that he was also in town celebrating at a family reunion. Ain't that something? Looking for that stash, I found the semi-automatic, and the rest was history.
Smile.